Let's get one thing straight. You are not here to please everyone. You are not here to play small, to shrink, to water yourself down so someone else can feel a little taller. You are here to build. You are here to rise. You are here to live a life that's louder than their doubt. So why are you wasting energy trying to win over people who don't even pay your bills? Pause 2 seconds. Let me say it again. They don't pay your bills. So why are they living rent-free in your head? You wake up early, grind through your day, fight your battles, and still you hesitate. You hesitate to post that project, to speak your truth, to chase that goal. Why? Because someone might not like it, because someone might roll their eyes. Who exactly are you trying to impress? The people who are secretly rooting for your failure, the ones who ghosted you when you needed support the most? They're not your people. They're spectators, and spectators don't get a say in the game plan. Pause 2 seconds. Let's get real. You've been shrinking yourself. You've been editing your light, softening your voice, bending your spine to make room for other people's insecurities. You dress it up as being polite, being respectful, being professional. But it's fear. It's fear of judgment, fear of being misunderstood, fear of being seen for who you really are. But here's the twist. You're going to be judged either way. If you rise, they'll say you're arrogant. If you fall, they'll say you never had what it took. If you stay the same, they'll forget you ever existed. So stop living for them. Think of the last time you held back because you were afraid of what they'd say. Did it help? Did they applaud your restraint? Did they thank you for playing it safe? Number they didn't even notice. Because people aren't thinking about you as much as you think. They're thinking about themselves, their image, their narrative, their comfort. So why would you let them narrate your life? They don't live your struggle. They don't know your past. They don't feel your fire, so what gives them the right to direct your future? You want clarity. Here it is. You don't need permission. You don't need validation. You don't need to justify a single damn thing to people who don't contribute to your destiny. Let that sink in. If they don't build with you, they don't get to critique you. If they don't pay your bills, they don't get to audit your dreams. If they don't walk your path, they don't get to question your pace. You get one life, and every second you spend obsessed with what someone else thinks, that's a second you stole from your own purpose. Now, some of you need to hear this. That friend who never claps when you win, that family member who jokes every time you try something new, that coworker who always finds a way to subtly tear you down. They are not your allies. They are anchors, and you've been dragging them for years, wondering why you feel so heavy. Cut the rope. You were not born to carry the weight of other people's limitations. You were born to move mountains. And yes, you're going to lose people when you grow. But let them fall off, because the people meant to be in your life won't flinch at your growth. They won't shrink when you expand. They'll rise with you. Now, let's break this all the way down. You're out here dimming your light, worried someone will say you're too much. But you know what's worse? Being not enough for yourself. You weren't born to be digestible. You were born to be undeniable. Let them call you intense. Let them say you changed. Let them feel whatever they feel. They're allowed their reaction. You're allowed your evolution. Let me give you a visual. Imagine you're building a house, your dream home. You're laying bricks, pouring concrete, painting walls. And behind you is a crowd, commenting on the paint color, mocking your blueprint, saying they'd build it better. But not one of them is lifting a hammer. Not one of them is paying for your materials. Not one of them is offering to help. So why are you handing them the deed? Why are you asking their approval before every nail gets driven? Stop. This is your build, your blueprint, your life. And unless they're part of the crew, they don't get to critique the construction. You need to get louder than their doubt, stronger than their projections, and more faithful to your own vision than to their comfort zone. Because your time is limited, and if you keep waiting for permission, you're going to run out of days before you run out of dreams. So here's your permission slip. Live, unapologetically. Now, repeat after me. I don't owe anyone an explanation. I do not exist to be understood by people who refuse to understand themselves. I release their expectations and reclaim my voice. I'm not rude, I'm real. I'm not selfish, I'm focused. I'm not difficult, I'm done shrinking. You don't need to convince them, you need to convict yourself. Convict yourself that you're worthy, that your goals matter, that your instincts are valid. Convict yourself that your life has meaning, even when no one else claps. Convict yourself so fully that you become immune to their noise, because when you do that, when you let go of their gaze and step fully into your own, you become unstoppable. So the next time you feel that hesitation creep in, the pause before the post, the silence before the pitch, the fear before the leap, ask yourself this: do they pay my bills? And if the answer is no, you already know what to do. Speak, act, move, building, become. Let them judge you. Let them whisper. Let them roll their eyes. You're busy. You've got bills to pay, a life to build, and zero rent to spare. For people who can't even afford to believe in themselves.